Test, test, test.
Test, test, test.
Test, test. All right, welcome, Warrior fans, to the first live stream volleyball broadcast of the season, first home game of the season. The Warriors are hosting the Shenandoah Raiders tonight. I am the superintendent, Kyle Mealy, here with the coach, John McLaughlin. John, how you doing tonight?
Doing great. Excited to do our first volleyball game. It's going to be a good night, I think. We're glad to be home. Been on the road quite a bit. I've seen every game, every point so far of this season. This team's really young but fun to watch, so we'll start it off with JV tonight. Just kind of like the varsity, a young group, but learning how to play together. Some girls learning some new spots and learning how to play some different positions, but I think they're a lot of fun to watch.
Well, you have seen a lot of the games for the junior varsity, and this will be new for all of our Warrior fans. I haven't really been able to see any of the volleyball live stream, but when we start with the JV, what can you tell us? I know they're young. I think they have mostly freshmen and maybe three or four sophomores. What can you tell us since you've watched them, and I know you've got a daughter on the team, so tell us a little bit about the JV.
Well, from watching the team so far, they're really scrappy. This group's really scrappy, and this is just a guess. I'll have to ask Coach Barry. Mariah Barry's their coach, but it looks to me like they're still figuring some things out. But still in the way of getting a chance to play a lot of girls. They've had a couple of girls that were just now coming back off sickness and are eligible now. So still working out some rotations. 2 new setters this year, which is also different for this group. Rachel McLaughlin and Olivia Delaney are both taking turns setting this year, which in the past neither one of them have been setters. I've always had Jenna Love, who's now playing up on the varsity. So, it's I think in the long run for junior varsity, I look at it as a coach's perspective. Biff probably is excited to have girls learning new positions, learning different spots, and just kind of see what's going because as you grow as a JV team, what you're looking for is people that can help and replace and step up to the varsity level and give you something at that level too. So that'll be interesting to see how the rotations work tonight. Mariah's worked them out a little different every night so far, and the girls have done a good job. They're 2-1 so far and ready to play again tonight. I know they're really excited to be home. Well,
it's a good intro there that takes us right into some starting lineups. So let's take a look at the starting lineups for Coach Barry and the JV Warriors. It looks like number 9, Olivia Delaney, and number 4, Cameron Love, number 13, Carly Brown, number 3, Rachel McLaughlin, number 10, Emma Harlan, and number 15, Mackenzie Stark. So you did tell us that there's 2 setters out of that. That's Rachel McLaughlin. And who was the other setter that you were talking about?
Rachel and Olivia Delaney will also set. So
who are your hitters out of that group?
Well, Carly Brown will play the outside spot some. Hannah Kelly plays a lot of middle. And then Rachel and Olivia, when they're not setting, both end up in those outside spots too. So it kind of works out really well for both of them that they're playing 2 setters. So they'll rotate a bunch of different people into those spots, but those would be the ones that are getting the most outside hits.
Well, we're about 37 seconds away here, so tonight we will try a few different things for any of those Wes-Del Sports Network. This would be any of our subscribers out there on YouTube. If you are new and you just clicked onto this, hit the subscribe button so that you can get all of the updates when we do go live. And so you're going to see a few different things tonight. We're going to try a 2-camera setup, and we'll switch to the other camera real quick here, Coach, as we have our WDTV sponsor, Mr. Romine, up there manning the camera from a different angle on the other side of the gym, as you can see that. And then we can switch back here. Another thing I want you to notice as we get ready to start is gym floor looks different.
Yeah, I was going to mention that here in a second, but I think everybody's probably already noticed that. Well, it looks great. Really complements the rest of the painting of the school and of the gym. And, whoever designed that sure did a nice job. I'm not sure who that was.
I don't know who that was, but I would have to say I think that he or she did a really nice job.
Yeah, well, it's pretty exciting to see it. I'm excited. My season doesn't start for another couple months, but I can't wait. So announcing is working tonight. We want to make sure that Mr. Denny's microphone is working really well. So I think that we aren't going to have any trouble hearing that. So I think he's getting ready for some starting lineups. Looks like we're getting ready for starting lineups. So Mr. Denny will line both people up on both ends and introduce the starting lineups.
This evening with those ribbons. At this time, I would like to announce the non-starters for the Shenandoah Raiders. Number 8, Brooklyn Van Busker. Number 20, Elena Tyler. Starting for the Raiders, number 1, Michaela Starnes. Number 2, Brooklyn Merker. Number 10, Felicity Bionda. Number 16, Ava Duncan. Number 18, Elise Boyd. Number 24, Ashley Zoe. Emerson Campbell. Number 5, Hannah Kelly. Number 6, Nora Kayward. And number 8, Aubrey Walker. Starting for the Warriors, number 3, Rachel McLaughlin. Number 2, Cameron Love. Number 9, Olivia Delaney. Number 10, Emma Harlan. Number 13, Carly Brown. And number 15, Mackenzie Stark. The Warriors are coached by Miss Mariah Berry. The Raiders are coached by Brian Hughes. Good luck to both teams and enjoy the contest.
All right, looks like we're getting underway here, Coach. Teams have been announced, and I do believe, I don't know if we talked about it, I don't know if I caught you, I might have been working on the computer, but I know that there are ribbons that he was talking about that are in honor of late bus driver Tom Dorton, who also drove many of the sports teams, so maybe you heard him a little better. Explain that to us.
Yeah, he said that the ribbons worn tonight are honoring Tom Dorton, who passed away in the beginning of the shutdown, the quarantine shutdown. And I can speak just real quickly before we start that Tom drove our bus a few times, and when he didn't, he was driving the cheerleading bus, or he was at so many of our get-home events. We want to talk about a guy that really stood for Wes-Del. Boy, it was a sad day when we found out we lost Tom, but his memory will live on because he touched so many people. Always so positive. That's what I loved about him. I told people all the time how positive he was when he would see me, just a pat on the back before a game. And I know he was that way with a lot of coaches, but just a pat on the back and a good job or good luck, coach. Or if we would happen to lose, he would just say, hey, you're doing great things out there. Sometimes it's great as a coach to hear that. So, that's kind of what the honor was before the game.
Okay, it looks like we're going to get underway here, and I don't know, as they check the rotations, the officials check the rotations, I don't know exactly who's serving first. I think it might be Shenandoah.
Usually on the road team will usually serve first until we get to a third set.
That's number 24 back there for them, and that is Ashley Zodi. And it's over, and we have a whistle. Looks like a double hit there.
Yeah, it looks like she called a 2 on the setter, Rachel McLaughlin, and I'll be honest, that's a little tighter than we've seen it called already so far this year. Mary Galt is up there on the stand. She's a really good official, but she also...
That's a nice dig there. And that one just happens to be out.
Called that one pretty tight, so Wes-Del was off to a slow start. Olivia Delaney lost her shoe on that one.
So it's a 2-0 lead for Shenandoah as they're serving still. That time they get the pass up. It's over. See if Shenandoah can set things up here. Both teams struggling on the passing early. And a nice set there. And that one's down for the Warriors.
Wes-Del likes to use that middle hitter in a quick set. We do that at the varsity level too. Really, if you're not ready on the block, it'll catch you off guard.
So here's the serve. And into the net. So now that's a 3-1 lead for Shenandoah. And number 18, Elise Boyd serving. And another service error.
We'll take that back. It looks like we're trading service errors here. Cameron Love back to serve for Wes-Del here.
And that one's over. And nice. It's an ace. Cameron Love with the ace ties it up at 3-3.
I can tell you, if I've seen enough games, Cameron has been serving really well this year.
And another ace. So Love puts the Warriors up 4-3 here in the first match of the JV. And that's another ace.
I
think we found a little
groove.
sweet spot here.
Yeah, well, she's found her groove, right? I always like that when they continue to serve with a lot of confidence, and she's done that all year.
That time they handle the serve from Love. It's up and good dig there. That's McLaughlin on the outside. Shenandoah back at it. Quickly back over. A lot of work right at the net. Here's McLaughlin again. So that
wasn't able to get. When got to adjust sometimes to the set, wasn't able to adjust to that one. So tried to get a side out and get back to our own service. Rally scoring obviously is different from when we were watching volleyball in the old days. So point on every service.
Ashlyn Bodkin serving for Shenandoah. And the Warriors had a little trouble with that one. What happened, Coach?
Well, it looked like Olivia wanted to try to quick set that one over and just didn't quite get it over the net. So really nice pass, though, by Kenzie Stark on that. She handled that serve well.
Shenandoah's entire roster is freshmen on the junior varsity. The Warriors have a few sophomores we already talked about. That one looks out.
Nice save there on that on the 3 ball by Olivia Delaney. That was out of bounds, and she scrambled over and was able to keep it alive.
Substitution coming in for Wes-Del. That is Hannah Kelly, a sophomore coming in. Oh, that's an ace.
Right on the line. Boy, you like those. That was a nice serve by Carly Brown. She's put that one right on the back line.
7-5 Warriors lead here in the first set. And that's another ace. I'd say probably 6 points, if not more, on just serves for us.
Yeah, that's one of the things Biff told me about JV and varsity. If we're serving well, we're a good team. It really gets us off to a good start.
And another good serve here. Let's see if Shenandoah can handle. Found a hole in the Warrior defense there.
Yeah, it looks like somebody missed a rotation there in the back. Somebody was supposed to be covering that back and didn't get there. So
it's like Emerson Campbell's going to return for the Warriors. Back to serve. It's number 16, Ava Duncan. Here's Shenandoah setting things up. A good dig there by the Warriors. Set up for McLaughlin. And she puts it away.
Yeah, nice set, nice swing. Able to get that back. Made it hard to handle. You know, it's one of the funny things about volleyball. You can play it off of the ceiling on your side.
Yeah. Rachel will serve. And another service ace. 10-6, and I think we've got a timeout.
Got a timeout for Shenandoah. I do want to correct something real quick. Mr. Denny said that Shenandoah's JV coach was Brian Hughes. I'm pretty sure that's not a Brian down there. It's Jackie Kimball. I talked to Coach McIntyre before the game, the varsity coach. He said their JV coach is Jackie Kimball.
I think you might be telling him that now. All the Warrior fans at home know that Mr. Denny loves to hear himself talk, so we try to shut down. You might hear us shut down a little bit each break in action as he gets on the PA. Because
well, let me just say one of the things that not only does he like to hear himself talk, but he's hearing himself talk very loudly tonight because
it's very loud.
They have that mic check is very loud.
It is a hot mic. So, all right, so McLaughlin still serving for the Warriors here, 10-6 in the first set. And that looks like another service ace for Wes-Del, 11-6 now.
They've gone all along with the serves. And sometimes they'll go, sometimes mix it up and go a little shorter, but it seems like they're really attacking the back row right now.
Yeah, they're going after that back row spot, and there's another one. Tell you what, it's kind of hard to even stay with them because they're so quick to get those serves. And they were, they started out slow, and now here they are, 6-point lead. Jump serve was just a little too much on it, but a nice-looking jump serve.
Yeah, she put a little bit extra on that one, so out of bounds, and now Shenandoah will step back and serve.
And that's going to be number 2, Brooklyn Merker, serving for the Raiders. Wes-Del handles it.
Nice tip there by Rachel McLaughlin. She really couldn't do much with that pass. It was a tough pass, so she just kind of tipped it over. She's been working on that a little bit. I've seen her a few times at home working on that.
Here's Harlan's serve over to Shenandoah as they set things up. And that one's down. Makes it a 13-8 ball game here in set 1. And now Shenandoah will serve. Wes-Del with a nice pass. A little bump set there, and it finds a hole in the Raider defense.
Found a hole there. I don't think that was quite what they wanted, but, sometimes you just got to keep the ball in play, let the other team make the mistake. And that was the case right there. We were able to keep the ball in play and found an open spot.
Number 15, Mackenzie Stark, back to serve for the Warriors. And it was out. So that turns it over to the Raiders and gives them a point, 14-9 now. So back to serve for Shenandoah is number 24, Ashley Zodi. Zodi serves it in. Nice little back set there, quick set over for McLaughlin. Nice. Put that one away.
Right on the line, Olivia Delaney.
Who was that set up to? I didn't see it.
That was Olivia Delaney with the kill right there, set up by Rachel McLaughlin. Those two have played a lot of games together, so not surprised to see that.
Delaney will serve here.
Nice serve.
And a very nice serve there.
We've done a nice job serving. It's really been our strength in this game so far.
I'd say I'd have to agree with you on that one. 16-9. And remember, we started off real slow, as we've already mentioned. And here's another nice serve.
That one got on her really quick. Nice. Olivia kind of mixed up the velocity. She was a little bit quicker on that one even than the last one.
So 17-9, and Delaney still serving here for Wes-Del. We got a substitution. That's number 8 coming into the lineup, Brooklyn Van Burskik. And another serve that ends in an ace.
Really attacking that back row. Olivia's got a nice short serve that she can use from time to time, but that one, the whole team, and they're getting their service zones from Mariah, Coach Barry, and seems to really be attacking the back row.
Delaney again. And the same result.
It's funny watching now that Shenandoah is trying to adjust. They're actually putting 4 girls back in the back row now, and we're still able
struggling.
to attack.
Still struggling with it. There's Delaney again.
There's your short serve.
Picked up here by the Warriors. McLaughlin attacking and puts it away. 20-9, Coach, after a slow start for the Warriors in set 1 here.
Yeah, found a little groove here.
Delaney still serving, and that is another.
I told you she has a nice short serve, and then she's mixing it in now. So looks like Shenandoah is going to take another timeout. Sometimes when you're, watching them mix up the serves, it always makes me a little nervous because I'm like, something seems to be working. But and can tell that they've really worked on serving a lot at practice, obviously. And I've walked in on a few practices and seen them working on serve. So just really interesting to see how they can mix it up so much. I think it's always impressive to me how they can put it wherever they want to.
Well, I will say, being around about 11 years now, it's a good serving team is a Biff Wilson team. That's typical of him. That's something he prides himself in. Is he's got 2 state championships under his belt, and a lot of that has to do with we're always usually the smaller team, but we're always usually a little better when it comes to ball control and also defense and then serving.
Sure the case this year from watching them play. So here we go again. Sometimes that timeout, it's kind of like trying to ice a free throw shooter. So I think sometimes that's what coaches try to do is ice the service. Let's see if it worked or not.
Yeah. Delaney's still back to serve. And the ice didn't work.
I would say no. Well played. Groove right now with their serve. So
we got a substitution here. That's Ella Malk, I believe. No, Nora. Sorry. And another service ace.
Yes, Nora Callward. This is her first time getting in as a Wes-Del Warrior. So she was one of those girls that had a little sickness early in the year, and so this is her first time getting in. So congratulations to her.
Yeah. Great opportunity here. Nice short serve again. And here comes the attack. Rachel McLaughlin.
A little quick set there by Olivia and Rachel. They were on the same page there. I could hear Rachel yelling. Olivia got it out there, and they were able to put it away.
Game point here for Wes-Del. And that one is put away. In the same fashion, they got a lot of their points there. Just put it away.
Yes, 25-9. And, like you said, it was like a 3 or 4 point game there for a long time. Wes-Del found their groove serving. One of the things this is our first time doing volleyball, obviously. And one of the things I figured out here is the game moves a lot quicker. There's not a lot of downtime in between and not a lot of chance for us to talk, which I think probably everyone will appreciate.
Everybody's pretty happy about that, I think. But I know we've got Coach Todd sitting up here next to us, and as we cut into the other cameras, in fact, I've got a good camera here that we can switch to. You can see you and I up here with Coach Todd next to us. He's wearing the social distancing from me. As you can see, he's also got the mask on. But I think Coach wishes he had some earplugs because he's got the mask, he's got the social distancing, but he can still hear what we're saying, and I'm pretty sure he's not impressed.
Hey, don't ask him anything about volleyball. I can promise you he doesn't know any more than we do.
I know this. They don't bunt in volleyball. So
3 minutes in between matches here, so this might be one of those times where sometimes if we don't have a lot to say, it might be an audio break.
I think that's a good time right now. We just take an audio break.
Yeah, that'd be a great time.
All right. All right, Coach, we're back here. Getting ready for the second set. Pretty dominant performance there by Wes-Del in the first set. I think we probably beat the serving talk to death. But, again, it's hard to not talk about how well they served the ball there in that first set. So,
let me add one thing real quick before this starts. New to social distancing and the new pandemic rules, we don't switch sides.
I did notice that.
And Mr. Denny has not turned his music off, so apparently we're going to play with music.
Well, there we go. Well, and an ace with the music.
You know, the old NBA used to play with music.
They used to play right through it.
The ABA,
the
NBA music.
Test, test, test. 1, 2. Testing. 1, 2.
Test, test, test.
All right, welcome Warrior fans to the first varsity volleyball live stream. We did JV, and we did have a few technical difficulties in the first game. We did have some sound issues, but we lost our live feed there for a few. We hope that won't happen again here in the varsity. We hope to give you the whole varsity game. We do want to give a shout out to Mr. Romine, who's running our second camera, and we will go with 2 cameras tonight. Again, be patient as we try to work through this, but either way, you're going to get as much of the broadcast, if not the full broadcast, that we can bring you. But we're getting ready for the national anthem, and after the national anthem, we'll do the starters. Coach, you got anything to add right here before the anthem?
Boy, the court sure does look nice. I know we said that once already, but those of you that weren't at the JV game, boy, the court looks great. Looks better. I'm sure it looks great on camera. It looks even better in person. So we're about ready to start here for the varsity.
And we will cut our audio so we can honor America as the teams and crowd honor America with the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the
And Warrior fans, we are back. We're getting ready to do the starting lineups. Coach, what a beautiful rendition of the national anthem there by 5th grade Warrior teacher Emily Love. Wasn't that nice?
That was nice, and the kids are all involved in a lot of sports, so let's hope that she just keeps offering to sing that, because that was really great. And we've heard that a little bit during basketball season last year, and always nice to have somebody like that in your crowd.
Absolutely. We're going to take a quick break here on the audio and let Mr. Denny do the starting lineups for Shenandoah and for Wes-Del, and then we'll come back on and do them real quick before we get started. So real quick, Coach, I've got the starting lineups up there for the Warriors. We've got number 1, Tori Clements. We've got number 2, Natalie Richards. Number 3, Cassie Wilson. Number 6, Raven Lazatter. Number 7, Ella Malk. And number 10, Avery Townsend. So that's the starting lineup for Coach Wilson. And what do you think getting ready to get the first serve started here in the varsity match, Coach?
Well, I think a lot of it's going to come down to our passing game, our back row. If we can get some nice passes to the setters, that's always a key. Get off to a good start on a nice receive on whenever the ball's coming to our side defensively. And when that happens, we usually have pretty good things happen for us. And I would say that we're a little bit like the JV when we're serving well, which we're very capable of doing. When we're serving well, we're a really good team. So it's going to be interesting to see. No, Shenandoah is. I think this is a really good matchup for us. So Shenandoah is a good team. They're fairly young, like we are. I think they only have one senior, so we'll just have to get it out there and see how it goes.
And this will be the 4th straight MEC game. And this is our 4th straight game. So all of our games to start the season have been MEC, if I'm not mistaken, Coach. And we are 1-2 on the year, so that puts us 1-2 in the conference.
Yeah, and I was totally wrong. They have 3 seniors, which I'm not afraid to let you know that I made that mistake. They have 3, not 1. But I also will say that they are 6-3 on the year. I know Shenandoah talked to their head coach before the game. They're 6-3 heading into this game. So they've played quite a few more games than we have. That probably means they were in a tournament somewhere on the weekend. And
just looking out at Shenandoah right now before we get this first serve, they've got some height on us. There's a couple, few, especially number 1. And let me look at that. Coach, do you have who number 1 is for them?
Yeah, Caitlin Nolan. And I will tell you, number 20 is their player. I've seen them play. She already has a scholarship offers at Duke University for track and field.
And we're underway quickly there, and it's a point for Shenandoah right off the first serve. This is number 7, I believe, for them, and that's Cynthia Swink. And this is being handled by the Warriors. It's over, and the Warriors come back with a point.
Much better. Like we talked about in the pregame, when we get a good pass, good things usually happen. You want to make sure that you get the ball to the other side and let them make the mistake. So it was a much better job of keeping the ball alive that time.
A couple of subs for the Warriors. Number 11, Jenna Love coming in. She'll serve. And number 12, Mara McFall comes in. So Love's serve is over. And Shenandoah with a free ball over the net. Love setting to Tori Clements. Blocked at the net and down for Shenandoah.
There you talked about that height that came into play right there. Nice block. We're going to have to make sure we adjust. We're going to have to move our hitting around, try to get around that big block.
And that's Bridget Lowry with the serve and a quick set there by Jenna Love, but Shenandoah handles it. Back to Richards in the back row. Up. A little misset there, mishandled. Miscommunication maybe, Coach.
Yeah, first home game, 2 freshmen right there. Just maybe working the jitters out a little bit. I've seen them play enough to know they'll get it figured out.
Here this is handled. Nice save there by Amara. Set up by Shenandoah, and just down the line, and that's in. That was number 5, Audrey Duncan.
Yeah, nice hit. That was set up well. We're going to have to make sure we cover that in the back.
Shenandoah at the serve. Another nice serve. Richards couldn't handle it. And it's now off to a quick start for Shenandoah at 5-1. Timeout, Coach Wilson.
Yeah, it looks like Coach Wilson's going to have a little talk. We got to be down. You got to be ready to play when the ball's coming back there. It's coming back quicker than I think we're ready for right now. We're going to have to move our feet. We've got to get in front of the ball, make a good pass. We can't do anything unless we can, dig the ball, get return of serve, get it back to our setter, and allow us a chance to set up our offense.
And I think obviously Coach Wilson really, really well, and you've worked with him. You know kind of what happens inside there. But do you know Shenandoah's coach just a little bit?
Yes, I do, actually. It's going to make me feel really old, but he was a student of mine years ago at Yorktown when I taught at Yorktown. So
you're showing your age, Coach.
Yeah, I know. And I don't want to even know how old he is because in my mind he's probably like 20 or something, but he's probably in his 30s now. Coach McIntyre, I had him as a student. It was fun to have him. And then I always forget, that he's coaching here until I see him walk in, and he reminds me. But Coach McIntyre I've known him for a long time. Good guy.
Yep. 2 good coaches. And we're back underway here at Richard E. Johnson Gymnasium. Warriors handling. Little misset there, a little high. Shenandoah handling, but they have trouble with the set also. Now it's over the net to Wes-Del. Love. Outside to Clements. Saves it off the block. Tipped again, and a lot of scrappiness there. And put away there, and that's Ella Mock.
Ella Mock, nice backward set there by Jenna. Boy, that was quick, and I don't think I've seen her hit one.
I was just going to say it's been a few minutes for me since I've seen one hit that well here in our gym. Clements will serve. Shenandoah to handle. And I do think it would have been in, so I think it was a good move to go for it there.
Yeah. Again, we just talked about in that back row. You got to anticipate. You got to move your feet. Doesn't matter what sport you're talking about. You got to have good footwork. You got to be ready to play.
Number 8, Jenna Stewart in the game for Shenandoah. Nice jump serve there. A nice jump serve. That is number 20.
Yeah, she's
Erica
the one.
Hill.
She's the one I mentioned. She's already got a full ride offer at Duke University and a couple other schools for track and field. I believe she was a state champion in either the shot put or the discus.
That is a very nice jump serve. As we see that, we stay with that camera angle, and that one's out. So Wes-Del picks up a point there. And now we will have the libero, Cassie Wilson, back to serve. Wilson, the only senior on the team, if I'm not mistaken.
That's correct.
Handled there by Hill. Back over quickly there by
Claire Price right there with the rejection. She was able to keep that ball. It came just over the net. She played it perfectly. Put it right back on them. Made them have to make a quick play.
Well played there at the net. Wilson to serve for the Warriors. It's handled there by Shenandoah. A little bit of a misset and miscue on the bump over, and it's out of bounds, and another point for the Warriors.
We've strung a few points together here. I think it would be nice to just keep it going. Cassie's serving here.
7-5, Wilson to serve. Nice little jump serve.
Oh, just out.
Just out. Just missed. And now we have a couple substitutions coming in for Shenandoah. That's number 14, Kennedy Helms, and number 22, Kayla Mutersball.
And 22 came in to serve, so we always have to watch that. Could be someone
Could be a
that's
specialist in the
yes.
serving area. That one's over and handled by Kylie Antrim, who's come in the game for the Warriors. And then hit over there by Price, I believe. Now it's back over to the Warriors. Wilson. And Antrim is long. So another point for Shenandoah. It's 9-5, Coach. We're struggling a little bit on some of our passing.
Yeah, Kylie needs to swing down on that one a little more. She was right there and ready to go. She'll get it figured out.
And Shenandoah with the serve. Handled by Wilson. Now Love sets. Just a little out of the reach on that one. Just the timing's just a little off for the Warriors. Shenandoah brings it back over the net. Good save by Wilson. See if they can keep it going. And they cannot.
Well, that one got down a little quick on us. Tried to get it and it got into the net. So we're gonna have to make a play right here. We need a good pass.
10-5 lead for Shenandoah as they're serving. And served into the net. We got a break there. Substitution. That's Avery Townsend coming in for Wes-Del. She'll serve. 10-6. Townsend places that one. Handled. Nice serve.
Really nice serve there. Avery got that one cross court. Really like the way she placed that one. Avery comes from a long line of athletes who have participated in the sports here at
You
Wes-Del.
have her brothers. And
Twin
her older
brothers
sister
played basketball for me.
volleyball here.
Yep.
There's the serve, and that one's long. So a long serve there makes it 11-7 Shenandoah, and we will have number 5, Audrey Duncan, back to serve for the Raiders. Nice jump serve by Duncan. And a nice put away.
Good job. Really, really nice swing right there by Raven Lazatter. It was a nice swing on the outside.
Substitution. Richards comes back in, replacing Antrim for Wes-Del. Richards will serve, and it's 11-8 as the Warriors are mounting a bit of a comeback here in set 1. And Richards is long.
Just a little long. You want to try to, we've talked about this before, you want to try to get those in, make sure the other team has to make a play on it. Just a little amped up right now. First home game.
Number 12, Hannah Zodi, comes in for Shenandoah to serve. Zodi played a little bit of JV, I believe, also. Now serving here. Handled by Wilson. Quick set up. And put away.
Nice. Little quick serve there. Quick set, I should say. Sorry.
12-9. Looks like Libero will go out. Ella Mock will enter. That's good for the front row.
Claire Price back to serve.
It's a great serve. Set up for Hill. Hill, just an athlete. You can see that in anything she does. Nice set coming across there by Clements. Put it away. And Shenandoah puts that one down. 13-9 now. Several substitutions. Libero back into the match for Wes-Del. Number 7, Cynthia Swink, is in for the Raiders. And number 1 will re-enter. That's Kaylin Nolan. Kaylin Nolan, 6'1", middle hitter.
Well, we talk about this one thing you cannot teach is height.
No.
So anytime you get someone up there and be able to play in the front row like that.
Here's a serve from Shenandoah. Handled by Clements. Wilson now handles Shenandoah's attack. And Shenandoah right back, and this is Hill, and puts it away.
Yeah, well played right there.
Not a question about that one.
No, she swung hard, and there wasn't any defense for that one. You're going to have to try to get up and block those before they get there.
Erica Hill is listed at 5'10", but she can jump out of the gym, that's for sure. Wilson with a nice dig in the back row, mishandled. Now she'll get it over. Shenandoah scrambling to set something up. It's over. Now Wilson trying to get to Townsend. Townsend with a set. And that's blocked by Hill.
Yeah, it was a nice swing by Raven Lozada right there. Just hit it right into the block. And
Coach Wilson wants to talk things over at 15-9 now.
Yeah, Coach Wilson's going to talk it over here. Sometimes it's just as simple as, hey, let's calm down a little bit. Let's get ready to go. But I think he's talking a little bit about their back row rotations, maybe trying to get that block in the middle a little bit quicker.
I don't feel like the Warriors have played that bad so far. Shenandoah has a good attack, especially if they can set to Hill. You know that's going to be difficult. But I do feel like Wilson's been back there to dig quite a few of those balls. It's hard when a ball's coming that fast to try to get it right on point to your setter.
Yeah. Sometimes, you have to try to use your offense to get them out of balance a little bit. And I think we've had a few times where we've hit some stuff over where it's been a little bit easy for them to play and handle, so they've been able to set their offense up on their side. So we're going to have to get to the front line. We're going to have to block a little bit better. But, I think we'll get it figured out. It's probably what this timeout's about right here.
On a side note, either the speaker we're under or the fact that Mr. Denny likes everything really, really loud. He might need to get his hearing checked. We might need to look into that because everything he does is very, very loud. And so Shenandoah will serve. And Wilson handles that one. Townsend has to kind of put that one over the net. And blocked there.
Nice play by Raven Lozada. I don't know if that was going to come over or not, but she made sure that it was put right back on them. So
absolutely,
that was well played.
So looks like we had a sub there. I know Jenna Love's in to serve, and I think Amara came in also. So here's the serve from Love, and a little mishandle there. Nice serve.
We need to string off a few points here. We haven't really had a chance to talk about. We'll talk about a little bit later, but we play two setters, so Jenna's in now for the play.
Jenna's serving again here. It's low. Hill both. That was both Monk and Hill at the net there.
Looks like they called in the net on 20, Hill. Again, we'll take it.
So the Warriors mounting a little bit of a comeback here, 15-12. Love to serve. That's going to Hill, and that's out.
Out of bounds.
Thankfully, I don't know that Richards. Looked like she pulled it back just in time. Did they call a touch?
Yeah, they called in the net on Tori Clements.
Hate to see that because I think Richards there at the last minute just pulled back and missed that as it was going out of bounds.
I didn't see much of that one. That's questionable.
Well, they're never wrong, Coach.
Nice save.
Nice little save. Both teams scrambling. And it's back over to Wes-Del. Wes-Del sets it up. Love to Malk coming around and puts it away.
I can tell what we've been working on at practice.
Yes.
This little come behind. I wish I could give you I wish I could give you better terminology, but Ella is sliding behind.
Well, I think everybody at home is laughing at a couple of basketball and baseball guys trying to talk about volleyball. We'll call it a slide step. I'm sure my wife could correct me on exactly what that is. Hill with the attack, and that's long. And now the Warriors sit 16-14, Coach. They're right there.
Yeah, right here. I'd love to see us put the pressure on them, take the lead, because we've had to play behind this whole game.
And there you go.
There you go. Keep it going.
16-15. Wes-Del mounting that comeback.
Feel like we're starting to settle in a little bit.
They are. They are showing some confidence, showing some signs that they are settled in. Oh, just long. Just long, and that makes it 17-15. We have a substitution for Shenandoah. Number 8 coming into the game. That's Jenna Stewart. A little bit more size as Jenna Stewart comes in at 5'11". They're in the front now. Hill will serve for Shenandoah. Handled. A nice save, a fantastic save by Wes-Del.
Really great save.
Oh, off the block, but you can't tell me that wasn't a hustle play right there.
Called a touch right there. I'll tell you what, that was well played. And we almost got the block. Way to stay with it. Way to stay active.
Here comes Hill. It's now 18-15 Shenandoah. Again, that jump serve, hard to handle. Especially hard to handle when it hits you in the back of the head and you're a teammate.
Oh, yeah, that's she didn't see that one coming.
Not anyway. She'll feel that tomorrow, I'm sure.
Yeah, because she swings when she serves.
Yes.
Here we are again. We need to fight back right here.
Wilson to serve. The lone senior for Wes-Del, trying to get him back in at 18-16, down 2. That's right on the line.
Yes, we'll
in
take
the back corner, a fantastic serve, and I believe Coach Wilson gave her that location.
He did, right on that corner line. That's exactly where she put it, and, boy, we'll take a couple more of those. Cassie Wilson, no relation to Coach Biff Wilson.
No, there is no relation there. Wilson with another jump serve. Another hard-to-handle one for Hill. A great block at the net by Wes-Del. Another hustle play, scrappy play. Let's see if Cassie gets it over, and now they set it up. Oh, went right back to the one spot that was wide open, and Richards did everything she could to get back there.
Yeah, that was just unfortunate. We were scrambling. Tori ran all the way to the other side to get that and save it, and then she had to try to get back to the middle. Just couldn't get to that far spot right there, but don't doubt the effort right there. That was really really good hustle.
Number 14 Helms back in the game, and now Muterspaw is back to serve. We had trouble with Muterspaw last time she was in to serve. That's to Antrim, who has to readjust, and they just called it out. She had to readjust midair there, Coach.
Yeah, she did, and I think the timing was just a little off on that one. She was ready to swing, though.
There's Muterspaw again to serve. It's now 20-17. Wes-Del trailing. And that'll help. Service error on Shenandoah.
Some of the Shenandoah people were wanting to touch there, and why they did everything but touch one of our players, I don't know. This is one of those where you're just trying to get out of the way.
And it looks like Raven Lazatter's back in along with Avery Townsend, and Townsend will serve for Wes-Del. Handled by Hill of Shenandoah. They're setting it up. A nice block at the net by Wes-Del, and now they'll set things up. Again, communication, both sides having a little trouble with this volley. Townsend quick set, and it just squeaks over. And right down the line, that's number 5, Audrey Duncan, putting it away for Shenandoah.
Right now we need to get a side out, get the ball back, get a point, get the ball back to our service. Need a nice pass here.
And Duncan will serve and hits the net. That's a tough one to handle if it's going to hit the tape and barely go over.
Boy, you just, every time that happens against you, you're like, that shouldn't be allowed. When it happens in your favor, you love it, but just seems like that shouldn't be fair. But it goes both ways, I guess.
22-18. Another jump serve. Shenandoah has several players with a good jump serve. And a little miscue, but it went down.
Yeah, Claire hit that right to the spot where they weren't, and that worked out for her because she wasn't able to get a full swing on it, but just enough.
Substitution as we go back to serve will be Natalie Richards, number 2. She came in for Kylie Antrim. Here's the serve from Richards. Into the net. It's now 23-19. Shenandoah will sub. Substitution is Hannah Zodi. She'll come in to serve. And a little tough now at 23-19.
Yeah, definitely need to get to this point.
Serves up, and we mishandle it a little in the back. Wilson trying to save it. It's a free ball for Shenandoah. They're setting up for Hill, who's just out of her reach. But I don't know how she stayed out of the net on that one.
I don't either. And I don't know how she stayed up there that long because that was not a great set. And she made something happen there. And it almost looked like she looked to the open spot there when she was and tipped it right to the open spot.
Zodi to serve here, and a good serve. But we're setting up, and a nice dig by the back row by Shenandoah on Tori Clement's ball. In the net was Avery Townsend, and that's how this one will end.
Yeah, no doubt about that one. I know I complained about the one earlier, but that one was pretty obvious, and so we're going to have to take a timeout here, 3-minute timeout, and regroup.
Coach, let's take a break ourselves here and get something to drink, and we'll be back here in just a few seconds here on the Wes-Del Sports Network for set 2. All right, Coach, we're coming out of this timeout. Talking a little bit about, you've seen us play on the road, obviously, and we haven't streamed those games. But you talked to me about game ones. You said you don't believe we've won a game one yet.
Well, yeah, unofficially, I'm going to give that unofficial stat, but I feel like we have really struggled on game ones, and then we fight back and find a way to get scrappy and start playing a little better, and so I'm really encouraged by that. You know, one of the things I watch is during timeouts, I watch the other team, and then I watch our team, and I was watching our team in our huddle. All eyes were on our coach, and that's something as a coach that you notice right away because it lets you know that your kids are listening to what you have to say and are in tune with you.
Absolutely. So we'll get set 2 started. And it's out of bounds, so point to Shenandoah. And we'll see if we can stay with them a little closer, not get down, dig a hole like we did in set 1. So we're handling it outside. And that was to Ella Malk, and Ella Malk was in the net on that one with the kill.
Looks like we started Hope Tony in this game number 2.
So Tony's in. And a service error gives us a point. First point of the set. Again, Shenandoah leads the match 1-0. Jenna Love comes in. She will serve. And handled out by Shenandoah. Shenandoah setting things up. And Hill, nice save there, a dig there by Wilson. It's over back to Shenandoah. Shenandoah sets it up again. A little miscue and put away. I believe that was Ella Malk just stuffing that one down.
I think the call to carry on that one, that was a good call. Ella was right there, ready to put it right back on him. Again, that puts a lot of pressure on you if you can use your height.
Jenna Love and handled here by Shenandoah. Shenandoah back over, and that's Hope Tony setting it up. Love sets it up to Malk. Malk, little short on the set. She's a little higher than that, but we'll take the point.
She was able to stay with it, got it over, make them make the mistake, which happened on that play. Really like to see us play with the lead in this game.
And here's the serve again by Love. Love running off a nice set of serves. Hill with a nice put away there. Wilson did the best she could with it, but
yeah, she was able to keep it
avail.
alive, but wasn't able to get it back over.
So 3-3 is the score right now as Shenandoah serves. Love setting up. McFall, a nice play there, puts it away.
Really like that swing. I've watched Tamara play, and when she swings down like that, I really think she can put a lot of power behind it. I like that swing.
The other thing that you'll see about her is the ability to jump and elevate. And what's funny is we talked to our strength and conditioning coach about her. She's actually been asking how to work and elevate a little bit more, and he's been just telling her the simple things as the Warriors score there.
Yeah, if you
He's telling her the simple things, the squat. Just keep squatting.
Timeout here by Shenandoah. If you watch or follow our strength and conditioning coach, Coach Van Meter, he posted a video of her doing box jumps,
right.
And if you want to be impressed, watch her do some box jumps.
She can definitely get up in the air, and it's obvious that she's putting the work in there. And I will say this about the volleyball team. They are probably, and all of our teams are working extremely hard in the new facility, working with our new strength and conditioning coach, Van Meter. They're doing some things that at first were a little uncomfortable for them. They may not have done that in the past, but they're getting comfortable with it now. But I've seen the volleyball girls not only on his Instagram and his Twitter feed, but I've actually witnessed them. They're probably one of our hardest working groups in there, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, they are, and it's starting to pay off. And, you put in the work, you're going to get the results. So, shout out to those girls working really hard and to Coach Van Meter for pushing those girls. So, it doesn't happen by accident.
Absolutely. So we're back at it here. We're back at Richard E. Johnson Gymnasium. Serving here is Tori Clements. She serves to start it off, and Shenandoah handling that. That was a nice serve. Hill actually hit with the opposite hand there. Set up. McFall puts it over, and now Shenandoah setting up again. That's Duncan's approach, and she's blocked. But then Hill with a nice little bit of a push back in my day, but we'll let it go. Off the block, Kylie Antrim.
I don't know what it is about game. I don't want to jinx us. I don't know what it is about game 2, but I've seen us play enough. We always seem to play well in game 2.
Well, we lead 6-3, so it's almost like you set that up for yourself after that game 1, saying that we come back and play better from behind. Nice serve there by Clements, and Hill can't handle that one. And now it's a 7-3 lead for Wes-Del.
I'm glad that we did not get they did not get a good set on that one, because she was running all the way from the back row to hit that one.
Tori will serve here with a 7-3 lead. And that one's just a bit long. But do you notice right away she's talking, and that's good to see. It's good leadership to see.
Seems like a little more energy this game, and that seems like the way we're playing also. So a little more energy.
They do seem a little bit more locked in. I was going to say that. A little bit more talking, a little bit more energy. Shenandoah, that's Hill. I mean, even when that thing goes in the net, it's fun to watch. That's a heck of a jump serve.
Yeah, she gets up, and she is not getting cheated on that swing.
Wilson will serve here. And not handled by Hill that time.
Really nice serve. That one got over quick.
And now the Warriors have a 9-4 lead.
I know this will sound kind of silly to say, but I think in volleyball, more than some other sports, I think it's really important to play with the lead. I know it's great to play with the lead in any sport, but I really think in volleyball, playing with the lead really pays off.
I would agree with you. Shenandoah trying to set this up. Little back row attack here. Love scrambling, gets it to Antrim. Antrim trying to put it away. A good block at the net by Shenandoah. Love sets her up again. This time a little further. They called out, and it wasn't out,
It
Coach.
was not out, and it was not close. That was a really nice swing. Kylie with a nice swing there. She's starting to put it together, too. Coming off of a sprained ankle, but she was able to, get herself going. Again, get herself ready to play.
So Wilson will serve here for Wes-Del. And that was a heck of a serve.
Wow, that one got on her quick. We've said that a few times, but Cassie's in a little bit of groove.
So Wilson again to serve here. 11-4 lead for Wes-Del. Just off the tape, and that's in.
There's what I talked about. I love those when they go our way.
Yeah, it's nice when it's on our side. I hate them when they're on the other side.
Yeah, just doesn't seem fair. We'll take it every time.
And Wilson again to serve. And a nice pickup there by Tori. Kylie to attack, and it's in the net.
Yeah, nice dig right there by Tori to keep that alive. I think that Kylie'd like to have that one back again. She had a little bit, swung just a little late, I think,
her
on that one.
Her approach looked good.
Yes, it did. She'll get it figured out, though.
So 12-5 as we go back to Shenandoah serving. This looks like Muterspaw. It's a good server. Handled there by Antrim. Antrim. Tori setting it up. Now Mar gets it over. Shenandoah, quick set. Out. And it was out. If it wasn't going to be called out, I was going to let them know it.
Yeah, it was called out. Sometimes I always wonder when it looks like there's so many people at the front of that net, you can't tell if it gets tipped or not. But two good officials tonight.
Raven Lazatter and Avery Townsend back in, and Avery Townsend will be serving. That one's over and handled by Shenandoah, and that's out. Warriors taking a commanding lead at 14-5, Coach.
He was asking for a foot fault there, Coach McIntyre was, but she wasn't close.
Here's Shenandoah trying to get things going in set 2, and it's right into the net. 15-5 lead. And you talk about two different matches here we're seeing. Second set, or excuse me, two different sets. Second set is much different. Townsend to serve. Another good serve. Hill sets it up. And saved out there by Tori. Tori, now Kylie attacks, and it's off the block. Point Wes-Del.
I just feel like we're playing with more confidence, even though Tori and Cassie were not observing social distancing on that as they ran into each other.
Absolutely.
They kept it alive. Just more confidence.
It wasn't 6 feet for more than 15.
That's true.
Shenandoah setting things up here. And just found I think by accident, really, an opening in our defense.
Yeah, I think if that was hit harder, Tori would have been able to get there. Just lobbed right over the top of that. Wasn't anything anyone could do.
Shenandoah to serve. That was a really nice serve. Not much you could do with it back there, and I think that's what Wilson's saying.
Biff's coaching him up right now. You can hear. That's the nice thing about this social distancing. We
You can
hear him
definitely hear
coach.
Coach Wilson. Service, air, and we'll take it. And the point goes to Wes-Del, 17-7.
I think he was talking about communication, just making sure we're all on the same page right there. Talk, help each other out, communicate more.
Hope Tony back to serve. And that one's out. 17-8. Now we have a substitution, and I believe that's Zodi again. Hannah Zodi, junior, 5'4" for Shenandoah enters. Typically a serving specialist when she comes in. Wilson to handle that. It's to Townsend, and Claire handles that one pretty good. Now Shenandoah sets it up. A good save. Did you see Hope Tony come out of nowhere on that one?
Really scrappy on that one.
Sets it up. Wilson handles and Tori puts it away.
Really like the way we're playing right now. Really like the confidence. Really like the adjustments Coach Wilson made there at that 3-minute timeout in between sets.
Serves over by Price. Shenandoah trying to handle here, and that is out.
Gives me a quick chance to talk about watching Claire serve. One of my favorite people to watch serve. She spins her hand every time she serves it, and it has a little routine she does.
The ball's over here on that serve. Shenandoah. Tori handles it. Now Avery to set. Look at that ball just right down the line. Literally went right down the line and fell in there for a point. So 19-9 now as we have some substitutions for Shenandoah. Number 7, Cynthia Swink, comes in. She comes in to serve. As we watch the Warriors handle the serve, pass is over. Tony's there. Townsend sets it off the flag there, but played. Wilson handles it. Townsend to the back corner, and she got it.
Wow, you couldn't have placed that one any better. I always like when we do that quick set if they go long on it, because I always feel like the team's scrambling a little bit. She really placed that one well.
That was fantastic.
And we played it off to the flag.
Got a
there.
big smile on her face,
Yes.
ear to ear, as she goes to the bench.
Thought interesting how we played that off the flag, kept it alive. Just playing a lot with a lot more confidence right now.
Love to serve here for Wes-Del. Hill to put it away, but Wilson's there. Love sets up McFall. McFall handled by Shenandoah. Now it's back over. Love sets it up. Now Wilson's going to go to Tori. Tori's over. Nice volley here. Hill back over. Tony handles it. Love to Tori. Not there. Shenandoah sets it up from the back row, and it just, the one we like when it goes our way, but we hate it when it goes that way.
So just happened to sneak over. We played that point well, just snuck over on us. Time to get the ball back on the side out here.
Here's a serve from Shenandoah and a service error. We'll take that. That's going to bring Antrim in for Hope Tony. And Tori Clements is going to be back to serve. Tori, a junior. She's had a lot of energy and been talking a lot in this one. Here's Shenandoah setting things up. Nice. Love sets up Antrim. Antrim gets it over to Shenandoah. Now let's see what Shenandoah will do with the work. Missed time, but Hill found a way to tap it over, and we weren't there.
Yeah, I felt like we were there. She just stayed up in the air just a little bit longer. It wasn't a great set. She made something out of it. We just went right over the top of our girls. They were both there for the block.
Here's Hill to serve. That jump serve's tough to handle. And it proves itself right there. Jenna Stewart comes into the ball game on the last possession for Shenandoah. Here's Hill. We'll take a better look at that jump serve from our other camera angle. That is a very good jump serve. This time, though, a little long.
Really close on that one. We'll take it.
Claire Price back into the game, and now Wilson will be back to serve for.
Served really well last time, if you remember, on her rotation. She served really well.
Hill handles it, and Shenandoah getting set up, but that's going to be a double hit there.
I think that's a 2. Yes, we'll take it.
23-12 here in set number 2. Wes-Del can finish this out. It'll be tied 1-1. Wilson to serve. And a nice serve there.
She's just serving with a lot more confidence. It just puts a lot of pressure on the other team defensively.
It has been all about confidence in the second set here for Wes-Del, as they just completely show that they are more confident in this set, and it just showing in the score. And that's it. 25-12, a more dominant, more confident Wes-Del team there in set number 2. And we'll take a short break, and we'll be right back with you. All right, Warrior fans, welcome back here to Kay Saunders Court and Richard E. Johnson Gym. This will be set number 3. Coach, give us a recap. I think we know what it was. A lot of confidence there in set 2, but what would you sum up set number 2 as?
Felt like better passes. Felt like we served with more confidence. Felt like we passed with more confidence. Just thought we played overall like we're capable of playing. I just don't. I don't want to say we weren't ready to play at the beginning because I don't feel it was that way. I just feel like for some reason it takes us a while to understand. Hey, we're as good as this team, or we're better than this team, and it's kind of been our MO so far this year is that we need to get off to a better start. But game 2 has always been good to us, and let's hope that we can keep that momentum going. We'll start with Shenandoah serve, so it'd be nice to get a side out right here.
It is going to be Shenandoah to start the serve, and they serve it right out, so we'll take it. First point goes to the Warriors. And Claire Price enters, and now we'll have Wilson serving for Wes-Del. The senior puts it in play, and Shenandoah quick sets it over. Now Kylie Antrim, but a block met there by Hill. And number 1,
you know what, though? I'll take
Kayla
that.
Nolan.
The way she swung and hit that, we'll take that because
Absolutely.
she swung with confidence and hit that.
Take it any day. Serve coming from Shenandoah. Handled by Kylie Antrim. Now that was Wilson. And Claire Price, that's a tough one. It's right above you. You're trying to handle it. You don't get a good approach on it.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
Now it's 2-1 Shenandoah as they serve to the Warriors. Handled by Kylie Antrim. Now Jenna Love to Claire Price. Price that time handles that one much better. Now Hill puts it away. Wasn't a lot of power on that one, but just enough to get out of Jenna Love's stretched arms there.
And here you see Coach Wilson coaching a freshman.
Yes.
Talking them through it. You're all right. Move your feet a little bit. Get in front of that.
He knows the future's bright, and he's got to coach these young ones up. And there we go again. The old hit the top of the net and roll over, and we'll take it when it's us, but we hate it when it's them.
We'll see what happens here. I would say another point or two, and Coach Wilson will call early timeout.
I would agree with that. A nice handle there by Wilson on a nice serve, and then Kylie Antrim a little strong, and it's a 5-1 lead now for Shenandoah. Almost a mirror or replica of set 1.
Yeah. Well, we don't want it to go that way. We want to go the way set 2 went.
So now the confidence seems to be on Shenandoah's side as, again, we have an error there. Claire Price puts it into the net on her approach on that one. Not the best set, but...
And all you need is a momentum swing, and this game can totally turn around.
Another jump serve, and I am with you. I think Coach Wilson right now, if you're a coach, you're trying to say, do I let the young team play through it, or do I take a timeout and he takes a timeout?
And I think that's exactly what Coach was thinking right there. Do I let them play through it? Because sometimes you just have to learn to – it's early in the season. Sometimes you have to let teams play through some of this.
Absolutely.
But I think he didn't like the way in the demeanor and the way we looked right there. I feel like there was more about that than it was our execution.
Well,
Were we executing? Not great, but I think he felt like it was more the demeanor we had.
You know better than anybody, body language tells the whole story. And if you look at this timeout, and I know we don't have a camera on it, but if you see the body language, it's telling you a lot. Here we are, 7-1. Body language looks a lot like it did in set 1, and we made a comeback after that timeout he took early in that one. But if you look over at our girls, arms are crossed, no smiles, no energy. There may be one smile behind Avery Townsend's mask. That might be the only one. But I think body language tells you everything. You as a coach, you pick up on that.
Sometimes every team is different. Sometimes you got to get into them a little bit. Sometimes you got to calm them down. Sometimes you got to refocus, and sometimes you got to do all three.
Absolutely. So now Shenandoah back to serve. It is 7-1. A jump serve again, and now the Warriors handle it. That's Wilson. Wilson to Love, and Claire Price approaching. Everything looked good there, just a little strong.
Yeah, we just need a ball to go our way here.
So Shenandoah will serve. And there you go. Right on cue, Coach.
Yeah, let's see if we can take advantage. See if we can string a few here in a row, make this a little bit tighter game.
Substitutions, Lazatter and Townsend back in. Townsend will serve. Over to Shenandoah. A little bit of trouble with that serve. It got caught up. Kind of caught her off guard. Wilson. Now Antrim, and that set a little off from Townsend. Nice save back in the back row by Tori. Now Kylie puts it away. Point Wes-Del.
I'm going to tell you the thing that in that point that impressed me more than anything is I don't know how Kylie on this first swing didn't go into the net.
I know how she got it with the opposite hand, didn't go into the net. It was all amazing. Townsend puts it over, and now Shenandoah taking care of things. Hits off the block and falls in for a point.
Yeah, it was tipped. I think we were in the right spots. Ball got tipped, and we just a little slow to get there, but we were in the right spots initially.
I've got 9-4, but maybe I'm wrong here. I'll back it down. It says 9-3 on the board. Now 9-4 with Hill's service error, and Hope Tony will enter for the Warriors. Tony will serve. She's a defensive specialist and a serve specialist. And Shenandoah now brings the attack. Townsend handles. Now Wilson to Torrey. Torrey puts it away.
Nice swing across. Didn't hit it real hard, but hit in the right spot. And I think sometimes when the block's there, that's just, you don't always have to hit it as hard as you can. Sometimes you just got to put it in the right spot. She definitely did that.
Again, mirroring the first game as Shenandoah handles this ball. It goes over. Tony with a nice save and a nice tip there by Townsend to get it over. And blocked at the net by Claire Price.
Nice block by Claire. Really nice job of Avery Townsend keeping that ball alive. There wasn't much she could do, but just tip that over and did a nice job of that.
Here we are again scrambling, 9-6, trying to get back. And then Hope Tony will take that one. We love them.
There's your smile. Hope Tony's smiling about that. She'll take it.
It's one of my favorite things in the game when it goes our way. And another serve.
Oh, now here comes the momentum.
There we go, 9-8.
Let's see if Coach McIntyre makes an adjustment. He's getting on his team a little bit.
He's definitely getting into him a little bit there. And let's see if Hope can keep things going here. Another nice serve, and here's Townsend setting up. Lazatter, and she puts it away.
Wow, way to fight back. Hope Tony's come in with some service and giving us that little spark we needed. And here you go, tie game.
Yep. Coach McIntyre needs a timeout, and with that timeout, we're going to take a quick timeout. 9-9 here in set number 3 at Kay Saunders Court. Well, we're coming back out of that timeout, and I don't know if you saw everybody across this gym, Coach, but it was electric as Katrina and the Waves off of Mr. Denny's playlist.
Well, I felt like I was back in high school.
Absolutely. I think these kids are not into Katrina and the Waves, but we definitely got to hear it there. Now Shenandoah handles Hope Tony's serve here out of the timeout. Here's Lazatter. Nice little play by Raven Lazatter. And the Warriors take the lead.
Hope Tony's getting it going here.
Coach McIntyre is expressing his displeasure with the Raiders right now. And a big block up front. That's Price and Clements. And another block off the block. And Price keeps it alive, but couldn't get it inbounds. So
2 nice blocks. That one just, Claire tried to keep it alive and hit it up in the air. It just went off her hand, went out of bounds. But it looks like a different team after that timeout.
Absolutely. Substitutions for Shenandoah. Number 14, Kennedy Helms, and number 22, Kayla Muterspaw. Muterspaw always comes in to give them a little bit of serve specialist. And that serve specialist gives us a point. We'll take it. 11-10 as Ella Malk enters. This time we have Claire Price serving. Shenandoah handling it. Over. Nice play there to dig that one by Hope Tony. And Torrey.
Nice swing.
Again, we'll take that any day if they're going to swing like that. Great job by Shenandoah to keep it going. And then Lazatter again. Swinging away. A little bit more confidence. And it's 12-10.
Really like all of a sudden, again, momentum switch. I'm going to attribute that to just being a young team.
Absolutely. It's Claire Price into the net there, but it can be Jekyll and Hyde sometimes when you're young, because you know that. We've had young teams. 1 minute, they're world beaters, and the next minute, they're beating themselves. Serves over, handled there, and a nice attempt to save that, but just not in the cards. It's now 12, knotted at 12.
Like hearing Tori talking out there. I like the leadership right now.
Nice serve from Shenandoah. Tori handles it to get it over the net for Wes-Del. Now Shenandoah back over. Little mishandle to the back row to Wilson. Now Tori will approach. A nice. And it looks like we got two there.
Yeah, we got a two on that
That was
one.
really nice by Tori to handle that and get as much as she got on it to get it over there and make it difficult for Shenandoah.
Yeah, she did. And, sometimes it's just about keeping the play alive.
Jenna Love in to serve. And Wes-Del will try to keep this lead and extend their lead in the match. Good opportunity here and put away
Nice.
by McFall. She was up there.
Nice swing. She's played really well tonight. She's playing with a lot more aggressiveness. I like to see that.
You got to really give credit to this. The set there, too, was perfect. Timing was perfect. In volleyball, when the timing's there, it looks really good.
Great set by Jenna Love.
14-12, Shenandoah. Nobody home in the back corner, so that's a point for Shenandoah, 14-13. As number 12, Hannah Zodi comes in to serve for Shenandoah.
I learned a long time ago not to assume that that's somebody's ball. I was told several times at home, don't tell me to go after a ball that you don't know is mine. So
yeah, I think I've been around that conversation at your house before. McFall gets it over to Shenandoah. Shenandoah trying to handle things, gets it back over. Wes-Del now. Love. Tori tries to put that one away and does.
Tori's swinging a lot better than
a lot of confidence, Coach.
A lot better in the second half of this set than she was at the beginning. Now Kylie Antrim needs to keep that going. She's been playing well out there too.
I would agree with you. When they approach the ball like they do with confidence, and then you throw on top of that a good serve, we are really, really tough when we do those things. But then, as many of the fans at home watched, we also can be the exact opposite as we got down early, almost 7-1 here. Tori with a nice serve. Shenandoah, a little bit of trouble handling it. Now Cassie to Jenna to Kylie. And off the touch, we'll take it.
We're calling a tip there. So Wes-Del will get the point.
17-3 there. I was worried that the back line judge was hesitating. I thought it was in.
But I think Jeremy has done a nice job all night.
Yes. Tori brings that over. Shenandoah handling. Hill, and that's out, but man, she puts a lot on it. 18-13.
Looks like
and
another
a timeout by
timeout.
Coach McIntyre. So,
yeah.
Coach, we'll stay on this timeout, and we'll have to talk over probably Katrina and the Waves, or maybe the outfield or someone like that. From
we
the
can
80s.
only hope.
We can only hope. As Denny tries to figure out from his 80s playlist what he's going to play. You're up 18-13. Let's put you in the coaching scenario. That's why you're here. You are the coach. So tell us your perspective here. What are you telling the team if you're Coach Wilson?
Well, I think what you're telling him is that you fought through the adversity at the beginning of that. It was almost like the first and second set were a tale of two different teams. This one set's been that way. So you want to play with the confidence. It looks like he's talking about some setting issues. I think that he's talking the girls through a little bit about how to get that quick set going, because it seems like it's been better here in the last few points. So
absolutely
looks like he was talking a little bit of formation right there on that timeout. Sometimes it's a motivational one. That one seemed to be more about movement and technique and being in the right spots.
Absolutely. Well, 18-13. We got some good insights from the coach there. And now Tori will serve. We'll see if she can keep things going for Wes-Del. It's over to Shenandoah. Shenandoah sets things up. It's to Hill. And Cassie handles that one. Now Tori, a little bit of help back to Kylie, and Kylie puts it away.
Nice swing. Nice dig. Nice swing. Just seemed to be clicking a little bit better.
Again, that confidence just back in the gym, and whenever it's there, it kind of works for all our teams. Whenever we have it, we're pretty good. Oh, that one was close in the back corner.
Yeah, that was really close. I feel like our line judging's been really, really up to top-notch par tonight. So
I would agree with that.
Yes.
20-13 here. Let's see. You know my theory. I know you hate my theory. First team to 20. There it is. It's just barely over the net. And then Hill puts that away. When she gets up there, but I will give McFall credit. She's up there with her. And but just really didn't swing at that one. More of a tip.
That was a tip that she didn't hit well. Mara was on her way down. Just not a lot you could do with that. Two good athletes, though, going after it right there.
Absolutely. Shenandoah to serve. Tori handles that one. Now Jenna will set for Malk. Malk gets blocked, but from her, literally from the seated position, gets it back up in the air.
Yeah, that's a tough one because the whole team is looking for Jenna to get to that ball, and she couldn't. She couldn't get over Ella, who was on the ground right there.
Shenandoah to serve. Nice back row save there by Tori. Puts it in. And Kylie just a little strong on that one. And here we have a little bit of a comeback. Coach Wilson wants a timeout.
This one's about momentum, I believe.
Yes.
Young team, momentum swing. So slow them down a little bit. Try to see if we can, he's talking about, I think more than anything, he's just trying to slow the momentum. He's talking them through some stuff during that timeout. And you can see all eyes are on him again, which is great. But I really think that was just more about momentum.
One thing I'd like to point out about Coach that I really appreciate is, and I know you appreciate, one thing you always do on the sidelines is you always wear a tie. Coach Wilson wears the jacket. Nothing against anyone who doesn't. No, but I appreciate that. And being on so many of your benches, I know you want your whole coaching staff in ties. That means a lot to you. Why does that mean so much to you?
Well, I haven't talked to Biff about it, but I think it's a little bit of a respect thing. But I wear one just out of respect for all the coaches that came before me.
Sure.
That's the way it used to be when I played and came up, so that's why I always wear a shirt and tie.
Sure. Well, we're back to action here as Wes-Del handles the serve. And running through there to get it over was Kylie Antrim, and now here comes Shenandoah on the attack. And a nice placement back there in the one corner, and Tori couldn't get to it.
Just need a side out. As soon as we can get a side out here, I think we'll feel that momentum swing. Just need a nice return right here.
20-17, and another serve, and now we've got a tight one on our hands here, Coach. And my theory is going to go right out the window.
Well, sitting together long enough that I never have agreed with that theory.
No, you never have. You hate it. And I think I only hold on to that theory because you hate it. Kylie gets it over. Shenandoah now on the attack, and it's going to Hill. And Hill puts it away, and we've got a ball game at 20-19 here in set number 3.
Looking for a little bit.
Swink back to serve. Short serve, and that's back over. But Hill can't handle it, has to get it over, and now Wes-Del's got to take advantage. Kylie's swinging away, but it's in the net, and we're tied at 20.
We need one play. Just step up and take one play. Really, I think this is a big point right here.
This will be a big serve and a big point as we watch. Tori gets that one over, and now Shenandoah will handle it. Going to Hill. Hill puts it away off the block. And now back in front is Shenandoah at 21-20.
Yeah, I felt like that. If we could have got it, we would have been still playing with the lead, which, it's at the end of the match here. Or end of the set. We want to make sure that we fight back, keep fighting.
Love. And Wilson has to handle it from the back row. Same thing for Shenandoah. They can't get anything going. Now over to us. Still having trouble. Kylie puts it back to the back row for Shenandoah. Shenandoah setting things up again. Sets her off, passes her off. Everybody's scrambling. An amazing play by Cassie Wilson to save that point for Wes-Del.
Cassie didn't know whether to turn and run or go or backpedal, and about the only thing she could do was get both hands up and keep it alive. Now she has served well for us, so let's hope she keeps going.
Senior leadership right here. She's serving 21-21 in set 3. A nice serve handled by Shenandoah. Now it's over. An opportunity for Wes-Del. Tough for Jenna Love as she dove. McIntyre, Coach McIntyre wanted a line issue there with our setter. Now we're back to Antrim. Antrim swinging away off the block. Wes-Del handles. Back to Antrim. That time she puts it down, but Shenandoah handles. And now we have a 2-hit.
Wow, nice rally both ways there. Nice. That was a fun point to watch. Really glad that came out in our favor, but really played well. Now Tori Clements was going to wipe off a spot on the floor.
I think we all need a break. I need a break.
Yeah, and look at that beautiful floor just shining.
Oh, it's marvelous. I would say nicest looking gym floor in the county, maybe in the MEC.
Maybe the world.
I'll take that. Wilson to serve here. Leading 22-21. A nice serve again. Hill comes right back with the attack.
Nice
Tough to handle,
serve.
Coach.
Yeah, nice serve. Well played on their part. So now here we go. We just got to make a play. Now it's just two teams tied at 22. Somebody's going to have to make a play, step up, make a play. In this situation, we're looking for leadership. It can come from whoever. It doesn't matter. It could be a freshman, could be anyone. We just need leadership right now to come through, keep playing, keep fighting.
Absolutely. Here's the serve from Shenandoah. Love tries to handle out of the net. Couldn't handle the pass, was a little long there.
Need to get this point.
23-22, folks. This is a big point for Wes-Del. They need to get the ball back, and that's a crucial serving error for Shenandoah.
Kylie Antrim had to almost dive out of the way to let that one not hit her in the head, and she was running back there to try to save it if she needed to.
Substitution now. Avery Townsend comes in off the bench. She'll serve 23-23 here, set number 3. And then it's a service error right back to Shenandoah. And you hate that when, you put somebody in there that's supposed to do that. That's their position, but that happens in all sports, and it's a tough spot to come into.
Well, here we go. This is going to be either a jump serve. Looks to me like Coach might have been telling her to, well, no, she's going to stay with it.
Jump serve. And it's a heck of a jump serve, but it's a little help.
We kept it alive.
Kept it alive off the goal, and now we have a chance here. Wes-Del fighting to stay in set 3. A missed swing by Lazatter, but it's coming back. A little block. Love to Antrim. Let's see if Antrim can put it away. And they're going to call that a no block, and I don't agree with it.
No, I've been talking up how good of a job they've done, and that was called by the down official, and I think it was right there in front of the up official.
I hate to be that guy, and I probably shouldn't, but I just can't agree with that the way that one ended, folks. But it looked like it came off the block. But again, I'm not going to put it on the officials. I think that we are a young team, and you've had those. We've talked about that before. Closing out and playing with the lead sometimes can be very scary for a young team. The comfort sometimes is almost playing from behind.
Yeah, it is, and sometimes it's harder, that last couple points or finish off the last couple minutes of a game. It's just really tough sometimes to finish it off. But you're playing for something bigger than just this game. You're playing for the end of the season. You're playing for the tournament. You're learning. You hate to drop a game like that, though. So I'm thinking that, Coach will come over after he gets the lineup set, talk to him a little bit about where we can get better. Obviously, felt like we got behind and fought all the way back, took the lead. That game was definitely a game of momentums right there.
Coach, I know that you've been talking a little bit. We're going to get a little bit of a water break here. We still got 2 minutes, so we're going to take a quick break because not only do you need a drink, but I need to cry because of this Luke Bryan song.
Yeah, I feel like he's right here between us.
Absolutely. We'll be back with you, folks, here on the Wes-Del Sports Network. All right, Coach, I think I dried my tears, but you can't beat a good Luke Bryan song.
Well, it's nothing like getting you fired up, but
Yeah.
little Luke Bryan.
A crucial, fourth set, and Mr. Denny always knows the right music to play.
Yes, I feel like he's been on top of his game.
So as you're coming into set 4, it's different. Basketball, you got 4 quarters, and you're trying to win each quarter. Volleyball, you've got multiple games. You're trying to win each one of them. So what do you think Coach Wilson is focused in on in Game 4 being down 2-1?
Well, I think he wants to see us get off to a good start, play with the lead, play with momentum, and I think he wants to see that same fight, that same toughness that we showed in Game 2, showed a little bit in Game 3, and your backs are against the wall a little bit here, so there's no more giving games away now. So we got to find a way. Still figuring out this young team, but some of these girls have had a lot of experience for as young as we are. Some of them played a lot of varsity volleyball. So we're going to have to lean on some of that, on some of that experience.
Well, Cassie Wilson, the senior, the only senior on the team with the experience, will get us started here in set number 4. So that first serve goes long, and now Shenandoah leads 1-0. And now we will have Shenandoah's number 7, Cynthia Swink, to serve. And right back to us.
It's like we're just going to start over here, 1-1.
We'll take it. It's going to be a long game if it's just back and forth like that. Avery Townsend comes in to serve, and Raven Lazatter returns. So Wes-Del, pretty good home crowd. Of course, there is a limitation. And as we just said, we will serve it right back with an air. Limitation in the number you can get in here, but we have a good number. I think all our vouchers are probably used. Out to Lazatter. Lazatter blocked there by Shenandoah, and now Antrim, nice little tip move there, Coach.
Yeah, and we've talked a little bit about number 20 for Shenandoah being able to stay up in the air and tip those where Kylie just did that right there. Showed a lot of athleticism on that one because they set up for the block. She tipped it right where the defense wasn't.
Richards in to serve now. We didn't see Richards much in set 3, but now she's back in serving here in set 4. Nice save by one hand there by Wilson. Set up, and Tori gets it off the block and gets the kill.
Yeah, sometimes you hit it right into that block and just hope it goes out of bounds, and that time it did.
3-2, Richards serving. Richards with a nice serve there. Shenandoah handling, attacking, and they put it away just outside the reach of Cassie Wilson.
And outside of our block. So not a good combination when you can't get a hand on the block at all, and then you got to try to scramble right there.
It is definitely a team sport. You've got to have the up front block, and then you've got to have the back row ready to go. Here's Wilson getting it to Townsend with a quick set over the net, and now Shenandoah will be on the attack. Shenandoah quickly back over to us, and a little miss set there by Townsend, and Shenandoah took advantage and slammed it down.
Yeah, it was just over the net, just on the other side, and they were able to put it right back on us pretty quick before we could recover.
So here we have Hill to serve. Hill serving, handled by Tori, but Wilson with an unbelievable save, but they're going to call 2 there, and Coach McIntyre came out of his seat on that one.
Yeah, that one was a little bit too low for her to try to hit it the way she did, and pushed it over.
And a service error there by Hill brings it back to Wes-Del.
It's first time
5-4.
First time she has a jump serve tonight.
I noticed she was close to our side over here and wasn't doing the jump serve. Now we've got Claire Price serving for Wes-Del. Shenandoah handles. Townsend is set to Lazatter. Lazatter almost put it away. A good dig by Shenandoah. Now Richards to Townsend. And Tori puts it away.
Well, we deserve that point because that was a carry. They should have called a carry on that second hit.
I saw you wanted to cut in there. I knew something got your
she didn't have a closed fist. Somehow they got away with that one.
Claire Price serving to Shenandoah. Shenandoah now gives it over on a free ball. Now Price to Tori. Tori still handles it. That's several times now that Tori Clements has gone behind her head and made a good play out of it.
Yeah, and I like the fact when she does that, she goes cross court with that. Just doesn't allow the block to come into play.
Claire Price still serving 6-5 with the Warriors in set 4. And I hate to say it, I don't want to say that it happened. It doesn't matter at this point. But it looked like a foot fault. Claire was close over there.
Yeah, that doesn't get called a whole lot until you have those officials down there on those inlines.
And here we go now. It is Muterspaw serving for Shenandoah. Handled in the back row. Richards over to Elamok, who's entered for Wes-Del. That has to be 4. They ended last match with 4. That had to be 4.
Yes, and I think we were both ready to get out of our seats if that one didn't get called.
McFall and Love enter. Love will serve. Jenna Love to serve for Wes-Del. Shenandoah sets things up. Free ball comes over. Wilson to Love to Tori. Tori puts it away.
Nice swing, nice set. Good combination right there. Boy, before I forget, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Tony Cox sitting down there at the end line. I like to make sure we shout out to our trainer.
And right after that, Love in the net. And it's 8-7. So appreciate you.
Yeah, don't try to blame that on Tony.
Appreciate you highlighting our trainer, and then Love with the service error back to Shenandoah. 8-7 in this MEC contest, and now Shenandoah serving in set 4. Handled by Tori. Amara approaches, really gets up there, puts it away, and that was when she gets the set, she's going to put it away.
I really like the way she's swung tonight. Nice sets. Yeah, give credit to your setter. But, boy, she is really swinging tonight.
And here's Tori to serve for Wes-Del. Handled there. Jenna Love is there. Now Wilson will set up Amara. Amara puts it away.
Boy, if you're going to put all that work in the weight room, make sure you show everybody, and she's doing it tonight.
She has done that. Here's Tori to the serve. Oh, almost. Almost, but in the net. So 10-8.
See, she's mad at herself on that one, but, hey, that's one of those you go on to the next play now. Volleyball's such a quick sport. You don't have time.
Right.
It's on to the next play.
What I do enjoy is that Wilson and Clements both have been talking and leading back there and both picking each other up, and that's what a young team needs. Good leadership. That was put away by Kylie Antrim, probably the second best swing she's had tonight.
Yes, nice set again. When she's moving on the outside out there, swinging like that, she can really put it away.
And now here's the senior Cassie Wilson to serve. And that one we like. That one we like. Coach McIntyre didn't know why everyone quit on his side.
I think what he's yelling at his own team because I think she got her hand on her.
She pancaked that thing, got it up
what's
off
called
the floor.
A pancake on there. That's the only term we both know.
That's the only thing we know. I got to laugh because it's true. So.
No, well, that was really close on that out.
They called that out, didn't they?
Yeah, it was really close, though. So we got a little bit of a lead. Now we need to play with the lead.
Is that Shenandoah's line, Judge?
No, that's actually ours. Jeremy's done a nice job.
Okay. Here's the serve from Shenandoah. And that's out. We'll take it. 13-9. Set 4. Townsend's going to re-enter. And so is Lizatter. Townsend will be serving. Now, every time I've mentioned that Townsend's coming in to serve in the last few times, it's been a service error, so I've been jinxing her. It's been my fault, Avery. So prove me wrong. And
well, you know, if I were you, I'd just quit mentioning it.
I just quit now.
Just quit mentioning it.
Avery, if you watch this over again, blame me. Blame the superintendent. I need to shut up. 13-10. Lizatter gets it over for Wes-Del. Shenandoah attacking. And Tori's kind of kicking herself there because she knows that she should have let that one go to Cassie.
Yeah, Cassie was right there. They're talking about it, though, like you said, though. You know, it's a big big point here. We're going to get a side out and get the service back.
Shenandoah to serve here. They get it over. And a nice one set up there to Lizatter. Lizatter, I'm telling you, she can stay in the air longer.
Yeah, that wasn't a great set. She just stays up there and makes something out of nothing.
So now serving Shenandoah to Wes-Del. Shenandoah trying to get back into it, and they do. We have a tie ball game at 13. Timeout, Coach Wilson. As Coach Wilson takes this timeout, let's take a quick timeout also. We'll be back with you here very shortly on the Wes-Del Sports Network. Well, after Dan and Shay's timeout there by Mr. Denny, we are back to action here at Wes-Del. What a motivational song there. Again, I cried for the second time tonight. And I'm going to continue to cry if Shenandoah takes the lead, which they just did. 14-3, and I believe that was Hill again putting that one away. And now Shenandoah back to serve. See if Wes-Del can string things together. And that's out of bounds. And now it's a 15-13 lead. Coach, what are you seeing out there?
Well, right now I want to see our demeanor change a little bit. I want to see us a little fight, a little more leadership. Starting to put our heads down a little bit. We want to make sure that we're fighting back right here.
Okay, so Coach Wilson, I was just getting ready to say Coach Wilson takes another timeout.
Another timeout.
There's nothing worse. You've been there. There's nothing worse when you take the timeout to stop the run, and then when you get back out there, it doesn't stop the run. So how do you feel as a coach in this position?
Well, you feel like you don't have enough timeouts. Sometimes you wish you had more timeouts. I've said that many a time to you guys as assistants. How many timeouts do I have, and how many can I use right now? Because sometimes you feel like you need one. You need to refocus, especially – I don't want to harp on it all the time, but when you have some young players – you can never have enough timeouts.
Well, and the other thing is, as a veteran coach, you've always been known you want to keep your timeouts. You want to keep them late so you have them. If you don't and you're up, let's say you're up big or you're down a lot, you don't have to waste them at that point. But if you are in the game, you like to have as many as you can. But with a young team, you got to use them early, and that's frustrating. It's tough, but it has to be done.
Yeah, and I think that was a good timeout, honestly, because you don't want it to get away from you.
Right.
We're only 3 points down. Get a side out. Get refocused.
Here's Shenandoah coming back at us. Let's see if we did get refocused. Warriors need to be on the attack. And they're going to call 4 again. That one might have been, but it looked close. 17-13 now. We go to the serve from Shenandoah. Needs some energy in the gym, and a nice time to use the quick set over the net there by Townsend.
Yeah, definitely caught him off guard right there and put it in the right spot.
So now Richards comes in to serve for the Warriors. Again, I've seen a lot of Natalie Richards here serving in set 4. Unfortunately, that one's in the net, and now it's 18-14. And number 8, that is Jenna Stewart, 5'11", coming back in for Shenandoah in the front.
We talked about that being one of the keys at the beginning of the game is how well we can serve.
There's that jump serve from Hill that's just – it is tough, and you're relieved when it's long.
Yeah, we'll take those going long like that. We need Claire to string a few together here.
And here is Claire Price serving. And unfortunately, she's long. And Coach Wilson lets go of the binder there, or the folder, a little quickly as he's frustrated with that. Service error, as we talked about before, Coach Wilson is a serve team. He's serve first, and service errors really bother him.
Yeah, it's a little bit like missing free throws. There's no coaching for that.
Right.
I mean, you just and that, not just saying one person right there. We've had several this match, coming off of a side out, and you want to string together some serves. You just have to make sure that you can get those in.
Here's Mutersball to serve. She's a serve specialist. If they can save, it's a big save off the rafters there. And now Wes-Del trying to save again, scrambling, staying alive. Good hustle by the girls. You like to see that. They're not giving up. And they get the point for it. But I like to see that hustle.
Yeah, I like to see that. Every point counts right now. It's 19-16. Every point counts. There's no more games to give away like we talked about. You've got to get this game. So just got to keep fighting. Got to keep giving ourselves a chance.
Right. Substitutions back in. McFall comes in and Love. Love will serve. We need you right here, Jenna. And it's over, and now Shenandoah on the attack. That's long. Point Wes-Del.
Always, first thing I look for is to see if the up judge is going to call for a tip.
Absolutely. 19-17, here's Love serving. Shenandoah again, not able to handle it, and it's a free ball over to Wes-Del. Nice set. Well put away by Ella Malk.
Really good connection right there, and I think Coach McIntyre's feeling a little bit of momentum swing, so he's going to call a timeout.
Timeout for Coach McIntyre. This has been one of those matches just back and forth. But since Coach Denny brought his music back in, we'll take a quick one, take a little water break for ourselves. We'll be back with you in about 40 seconds here on the Wes-Del Sports Network. All right, Coach, we're back here out of the timeout on the Wes-Del Sports Network here in Richard E. Johnson Gymnasium. Shenandoah leads 2-1 in the match, and the Warriors now down 1. Jenna Love serving over to Shenandoah. Shenandoah on the attack, out of the timeout. Good timeout for Coach McIntyre.
Yeah, put that one right where we defensively weren't, and we're going to have to move our feet. We're going to have to be ready to play a big point right here.
Shenandoah will serve to Wes-Del. Handled in the back row, little trouble. Amara McFall from the back row with a nice save there. And the tip drops in, and now it's 21-18 Shenandoah.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I believe we're out of timeouts. So this is one of those where you're going to have to play through. We've got to get the service back to our side. Warriors
trying to force that 5th game here. Shenandoah trying to finish it and get another MEC victory. Out to Amara, and she's off the block. That's a really good block by Shenandoah.
Nice block. They were set up well. Nice swing. Just
Can't
right into the block.
On that one.
Yeah,
it was set well, swung well, but the block was there.
Yeah, right into the block.
Shenandoah to serve here, 22-18. Wes-Del trying to hold on for Game 5. Trying to keep this match alive. Shenandoah now. Jenna Love over to Wilson. Tori swinging away. Hill's there for it. Ella Malk back over to Shenandoah. Shenandoah sets things up. Right down the line. A lot of momentum now, Coach, in Shenandoah's corner.
That was a right spot to put that.
Now Shenandoah serves 23-18. Coach Wilson, again, out of timeouts. That's right to Tori. Ella Malk in there for the tip. Couldn't swing at that one. And just to the back corner was Stewart, found the back corner. Not a lot on it, but it found the opening.
Yeah, it seems to be finding the open spots for him right now. And so now here we are.
Match point right here, yes. 24-18. Shenandoah with match point. The Warriors just trying to show that fight and stay with it. Wilson from the back row. And Malk, and they're going to call Malk in the net, and that's how this one's going to end, Coach.
Yep, that was a tough call right there to end the match on. I didn't feel like she got much of the net, but I guess it doesn't take too much, and that was a tough one. Well, we're going to move on, I guess, as we wave. Good sportsmanship by both teams. I thought at times we played really well, but, there's some coaching to be done. Looks like both coaches are going to do that. They're going to coach them up. Coach McIntyre is still coaching his girls up, and I know Coach Wilson will do the same here in a second. I believe he's going to come up and try to join us here in a minute.
We'll see if we can get Coach Wilson up here. That'd be nice.
If we can cover enough time here between
we'll
the two
hang on
of
here.
us.
We'll take a little bit of a short break here for just about a minute. And, folks, if you'll stay with us, we hope to have Coach Wilson up here in a few minutes with us. But we'll be back with you here very shortly. All right, Coach. We're back here at the Richard E. Johnson Gymnasium after a 4-set loss here at 3-1 to Shenandoah, and we have with us now Coach Wilson. So I've got two coaches with me now. I've got Coach McLaughlin and Coach Wilson here. Coach, to start things off, I'll ask the first question. That first set, 25-19, got started a little slow, but that's typical with a young team. What has that been typical for you guys moving through the first part of this season?
The inconsistency is typical because you can see we got off to a good start, at least one or two of those games, and then a couple of them we get off to a bad start. It's not a rotational issue. It's not a personnel issue. It's just, again, youth and inconsistency. We're not sure how to start a match. We're not sure how to finish a match.
Sure. Now, then we see set two, and I know Coach is going to have some questions for you here after this, but set two, we come out with a ton of confidence. We're swinging away. I like our swings. Coach even mentioned that, how much when we're attacking, even if it's blocked, we'll take that, and I'm sure you will too. So the difference is that, again, young team, you're going to see a Jekyll and Hyde type of thing when that happens, where you're going to see a lot of confidence. Was there something that came out of that huddle into set two that brought that confidence? But we really controlled that one.
Yeah, and the interesting thing there, you saw our serving really come alive. We served extremely aggressively. We had them on their heels from the serving, and that's where our confidence grows, from that initial aggression. And unfortunately, that is part of the youth. We're only confident when things are going well, and that sounds like it makes sense, but we have difficulty finding confidence when things aren't going so well or when something goes bad. When we get off to a really good start like that, we feed off of ourselves. And we served very, very aggressively that game. Our passing got better. It couldn't have gotten much worse, but the passing got better, and it was fun. Those sets are fun, for sure.
Coach, I thought watching tonight, I really felt like Amara McFall played with a lot of confidence tonight, and I hadn't seen that. I've seen every game you've played so far this year. I thought that she played with a lot of confidence tonight. I was really encouraged by that. I really liked the way she played. And then something that I hadn't seen us do yet was, and excuse my terminology because it won't be right, but when we were kind of backsetting Ella Malk coming from behind, and I really liked that. I thought that worked really well. So two positives that I thought really came out tonight were the play early of Ella, and then the whole night I thought Amara played really well. I'd like to know what you thought about that.
It was interesting. Early on, we saw those 2 slide sets, is what they're called. We call them C as a location on the net, but slides. And it's something we've been working on in practice. We're kind of in the beginning stages of that, and she's fun to get fired up. Ella is, because she's a freshman. She's a very big part of this game. The other part, the downside of that is you didn't see her involved much after that. But that was very positive. I liked seeing that. Amara is interesting, I think, because she was challenged by a player on the other side of the net who can jump just as high as she can. And Amara is a jumper. She gets high. So when I think probably before the match, when I was talking about how Erica Hill on the other side gets up in the air and is very successful with that, but I didn't mention Amara doing the same thing. I think she kind of saw that as a challenge and rose to it, literally.
I really felt like there were times, and 2 things I told during the broadcast. One of the things I watch is during timeouts. Your team's right there with you. All eyes are on you, and I hope you feel that, and I'm sure you do as a coach. But when we are coaching and we see during timeouts all eyes are on us, I think that we know with a young team like you have that we can fix some of the issues that we have, maybe placement or rotations or things that you want to get better from a coaching standpoint. But when you see all eyes on you and you know that the girls are believing in what you're teaching, boy, I saw that in every timeout, and I really, I think that goes a long way for you. Not that you need that. I mean, your guys won 2 state championships and runner-up in another. So I think that, our girls are right there, and I don't want to just always attribute it to youth, because at some point we as coaches know that we have to quit making youth as an excuse. But I really feel like, and I hope you can maybe talk to the fact of where you feel like you are with that group as far as just, their mentality and their approach. Because with a group as young as you have, and the JV I know is really young too, I can imagine that lends itself to some really competitive practices. And again, I watched them with their eyes on you during all the timeouts.
It is very competitive in practice between the JV and the varsity, and we've seen that a lot this week. We've actually seen the JV improving quite a bit, and they're not afraid to play the varsity. In the timeout situation, it's interesting because we talk about winning the timeouts, coming out and winning that first point, and then maybe extending that, or if we lose the first point, just cutting it right there and getting the side out. Probably, I want to say in the first 3 sets or 3.5 sets of this match, we were winning most timeouts. And then it turned, and it is kind of interesting to try to read a team when they come in for a timeout. Are they feeling frustrated? Do they just want some instruction? And then what I'll do from time to time, and tonight was one of those times, is I will give them very brief instructions, maybe just 5 words, and then turn it over to them. Okay, let's see what you guys are going to talk about with each other. And I step back from the timeout. Let's see who the leaders are in the group. Let's see how are they going to lead this group. Let's see if the eyes turn to certain players to see how they're going to react to this. In that 4th set there, when we were sort of losing control of the set, I think I was curious to see if they could bring themselves out of it, because I didn't think I could, because I was starting to repeat myself. And so let's see what they can do. And if they can bring it out and really turn things around, then that just does nothing but serve to feed their confidence even more. Tonight, it just didn't go our way. We had 9 service errors in that 4th set. It crippled us, and we're a very good serving team, as you saw in that 2nd set, and the other sets too. But both sides were trading service errors to start every set, it seemed like. And so it is interesting, what you say with the timeouts, and I like hearing that you're watching those to see what they do, to see how we come out of those. It's an important part of a match, and we haven't always been really successful coming out of timeouts. Tonight we were a little bit more, but got a lot of work to do.
Well, Coach, it puts you at 1-3 now overall, but you've got a couple of nice things happening here in the next. Obviously, tomorrow you have another match against another MEC Union, And then this weekend, I think you're always excited to host in the this will be the 11th annual Kay Saunders Classic.
11.
And just tell us a little bit about who's in the or who's coming to the Kay Saunders Classic, and just kind of what you're excited about the next couple of games.
I'm excited about playing at home, because this is the first night. So we've got brand new floor. Gym looks great. We're streaming games. It's just really it's cool.
Yeah.
And so I'm really excited about being here. With the Kay Saunders Classic, it's really turned into and it always has been a nice tournament, but it's gone from a 4-team kind of let's play everybody to 8 teams for several years now. And we always have strong competitors coming in. Hagerstown has won it a couple times in the last few years. Western won it one year. Marion comes down. They always bring just tremendous athletes. A lot of their athletes are actually basketball players who also play volleyball. So it's fun to watch them. Tipton and Mrs. Shenandoah from right around in this area. Blackford comes over, which I always enjoy seeing Blackford since that's where I went to high school. It's fun to see how that program's developing. A lot of really good teams, and we're excited to host. It'll be a little different this year. It'll be a little more toned down this year as far as the crowd in the gym. But it's always fun to have a really good day of volleyball, and it's a tournament that we don't set it up so we can win it. We just want a good competitive tournament, and we haven't won it for a few years. So we don't stack the pools in our favor. We have to be careful with the pools because a lot of teams play each other in the regular season, and we try to avoid doubling up on that. So that really dictates how we set it up. But Hagerstown has come in and really done a nice job the last few years. So it's always kind of fun to see how these teams have developed around us as well. It's strong volleyball.
Yeah. Well, Coach, I know that you're a guy who, obviously, with experience and being a veteran coach and the wins under your belt in the state championships, you understand that it's not about what happens early in the season. It's a lot about how you get and you develop. I'd say to model that off of a guy I might know of basketball would be like a Tom Izzo, who understands that you're going to play some tough competition early. Even if you're young, you want people to play that competition. You want your teams to go up against the best, and then they have a chance to be more successful, even if they're younger in the late part of the year. Again, I'm probably going to know the answer to this, but that's definitely what you're always working towards, is how you're going to perform when it gets to sectional time. And are you seeing some things right now that really excite you? I know you're seeing some things you want to work on, but the end game there, I think there's some things that are exciting if I can tell.
Yeah, definitely. We always aim for October, and we set our schedule up to aim for October. So it doesn't get any easier for us as we go, and that's intentional. We build towards that, so we're going to be really season tough and match tough by the time we get there. With our team this year, we see them doing some things every single match better than what they've done before. We can work on consistency in practice. We can work on passing in practice, but the confidence to run slides or Amara realizing how good she is and how much she can separate from the floor. Those things are coming along. We've got 2 brand new varsity setters that are kind of, and they've gotten so much better since the first set or 2 of the season, just in their decision making and the questions they ask.
Yeah.
We're developing leadership. We've got a couple of strong players who can lead us, and as they get comfortable in their roles, I think throughout the season, they're going to get stronger too. So it's really fun to watch them develop, and as you said, it's really how you're playing at the end of the year. And that's what we always aim for. Early season wins are nice, and wins and losses for a record are nice, but you measure yourself by how far you get once the sectional starts.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, we appreciate your time. I want to let you get back to the players, get back to the fans. I know we've got our AD standing here. He looks like he needs to talk to you about something. I wouldn't know what. Maybe you might want to work on his playlist. Try to get him out of the 80s, get him into something different. But I will say this: he didn't help you coming out of those timeouts with any motivational music. Most of the crowd was crying when they came out of most of the timeouts because of the sad songs he was playing. So we'll let you go. But do you have anything else to add?
I really don't. I appreciate the broadcast, and I appreciate the time to talk. And I look forward to more this season.
Well, we'll see you here in the next few days, and we'll definitely be here for the Kay Saunders Classic. So thanks, Coach. Well, Coach, Coach McLaughlin, that is. I guess tomorrow night I've got some prior commitments that are going to cause me to not be as available.
And I have no technical skills, so that's not a good combination.
So I know this for sure. We will probably, Warrior Faithful, we will not be here to do the JV game, and it'll be a game-time decision on the varsity game. We hate that, but due to some issues, we may or may not be on. We'll let you know. Just keep checking the Wes-Del Sports Network to see if we're up and live tomorrow, or if there's a link posted through Mr. Denny's Twitter account or through the Wes-Del Community Facebook page late, and you can catch that Union game. But I do know this. We should be in attendance at the streaming at least the Wes-Del games of the K. Saunders Classic.
Yeah, that's what I heard. So we'll be there, and I'm excited about that. It's going to be a big day of volleyball. I'm guessing we'll get at least 4 games in.
Yeah.
So
yeah. We'll have to have somebody get us lunch.
Well,
knowing you and
yeah.
me, we won't miss a meal.
No, we'll get that in.
No, absolutely. So, well, if there's nothing else, Coach, I appreciate everyone that was watching from K. Saunders Court here in Richard E. Johnson Gymnasium. That does it for tonight. The Wes-Del Warriors fall to MEC rival Shenandoah in a 4-match 3-1. So that drops him to 1-3 on the year. We may or may not be back here live tomorrow night for the Union Varsity, but if not, we will be in here on Saturday for the K. Saunders Classic. So from Richard E. Johnson Gymnasium, make sure to always be a Warrior, and we'll see you next time.